Tom, I decided to give you a promotion transfer. I'm sorry. I decided to quit my job without even talking to you about it. There's someone I want to crush into pieces. Well, I guess I'm gonna buy all the stocks in Dad's company.
Trouble Busters!
My name is Tom. I'm a father who works in sales at Trumbull Motors. Kai, I need your help. Back up, please. I'm in trouble after using all my weapons. Hey, the demons will be there, so we were supposed to meet up and stand by at the northeastern hut. Remember?
Guys, breakfast is getting cold.
Wait, I can get the red belt if I win right now. Nice assistance, Kai. I'm finally one of the top players now. Let's play again when you're back. Okay. Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Please take care of Kai's homeschooling today. Okay. Why can't we push forward the due date? It's only by 2 weeks. What's going on over here? Tom, here's what's going on. Seth, you're at fault for this. Why? We're being asked to push forward the due date because our client is having high hopes for us, right? We're also working on decarbonization efforts in the automotive industry to reduce environmental impact. Shortening the delivery deadline for such a critical prototype without even consulting the engineering department seems a bit unreasonable, don't you think? Tom, thank you so much! Whether to prioritize the company's reputation or the president's son's pride, there's really no comparison to be made. Oh, Tom, sorry to bother you when you're busy. I wanted to talk to you for nothing other than a promotion transfer. What? I'm telling you, I want you to go to the Jordan branch, the one they call the gateway to promotion. You must be excited about this. You'll get more benefits by enhancing your career, and you'll eventually get a pay raise. You could even make over $40,000. No, over $50,000 annual salary, too. You've done so much for our company, you would proactively take care of things that are outside your job, too. How wonderful! Sir, I can't possibly let an asset like you stay where you are without growth. You should brush up on your skills to become one of the key people who'll change the future of Trumbull Motors down the road. I have high hopes. I'm very sorry. I'm very flattered about this offer, but my family incorporates homeschooling and... Oh, really? And then? Since this city is the only one in the country that offers a homeschooling subsidy, I think it would be difficult for me to relocate. I don't mean to say anything about your direction about having your child study at home. However, you can't refuse a transfer order for a reason like that. Our company handbook states that there are possibilities of transfers and modifications in job duties, and that you are not allowed to refuse those modifications. Since it is part of an employment contract, you are obligated to fulfill the order handed down by the company. And that's why the employee compensated for that matter, therefore gets paid for that job. Do you understand? Is there anything wrong with what I just stated? If so, don't even hesitate. Go ahead and state your insight just the way you always do, no matter who you're talking to. Because you are like this, Tom, I decided to give you a promotion transfer. It's true that it's my personal situation that's keeping me from relocating. What I'm saying is that I don't want to make my son transfer schools, so I don't want to relocate. And just out of common sense, that request isn't something that'll be honored. We're only telling you what's based on our employment contract. The CEO is being correct about this. I resign. I don't think I can be any use to this company at this time, so I'd like to resign from this company. I see. What a shame. Thank you very much for everything. No, thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for everything. For the very least we could do, we'll make sure we arrange matters so you could get your insurance payment right away. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I decided to quit my job without even talking to you about it. This was my fault for not being able to get a job other than a company that included relocation as part of the company policy.
You don't have to be so hard on yourself. You did this for Kai's sake. There's nothing for you to apologize for. If I were you, I would have done what you did.
I'm sorry, Mia. I can't stay all sad, so I decided to go on a job hunt immediately. However, decline my candidacy? Yes, we would hate to let your hopes up, so I wanted to tell you on the spot. Why is that? I have experience in this industry, and I'm skilled to do... You resigned from your previous job for the company's situation, right? Huh? Yes, that was because the company was trying to be kind. I was curious, so we reached out to your former employer to confirm about it. What? And based on what they said, we decided that you will not be a fit with our company. Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry. This was my mistake. I feel powerless. The heck with protecting my family!
Tom, let's switch our positions. If I were to get a job, we won't be letting a third person affect the job hunt.
Damn it! Damn it! So, I'm going to use it for that reason. It's fine, right, Grandpa? There's someone I want to crush into pieces for the sake of protecting my family.
Well then, fine. I'll give you permission to release your power. So what are you gonna do to start with?
Grandpa, I want you to execute the things that were stated in the email that I sent you earlier.
Understood. Kai, what about you?
Well, I guess I'm gonna buy all the stocks in Dad's company. Now let's begin. This is where Trouble Busters start. What's going on? What's the matter, Daddy? Someone bought all the stocks for our company. Huh? What? What's wrong? Isn't it good that our stocks are selling? This is what's known as a hostile takeover, an M&A move in which the acquirer side is trying to gain control of our company through a TOB. What's TOB? TOB stands for Takeover Bid, a method where the bidder publicly announces the purchase period, price, and number of shares, and buys shares directly from a large number of shareholders outside the open market. Can't we just tell the stockholders not to sell our stocks? Shareholders can sell their shares simply by accepting the TOB. That means if we don't take action, our company will be taken over. This isn't a friendly acquisition based on mutual agreement and cooperation between management teams. This is a hostile takeover being carried out without our consent.
Sir, Orphan's Gift Holdings, the company trying to buy up all our shares, is holding a press conference.
What? Seth, I want you to dig into Orphan's Gift Holdings' total assets. As for me, I'll go public with this hostile takeover and call them out through the media. We had been considering Orphan's Gift Holdings' entry into the automotive industry, believing that our country's automobile manufacturing technology is truly exceptional. We're gonna host a press conference too. We're not letting them take our company from us. I really need you to explain this matter. Foreign firm Orphan's Gift Holdings launches a hostile takeover of domestic automaker Trumbull Motors. What is the true aim of Kai, the young CEO of Orphan's Gift Holdings? Trumbull Motors prepares for an all-out resistance. Outraged, they declare, "We will never hand over our tradition and technology to some foreign vulture company." Why is this happening? Besides, Kai, I didn't know you were the CEO. Well, I guess. This is such a big deal, though.
Let me explain that matter to you.
And that was when my father, Zachary, told us all about it. Apparently, Kai was a gifted child with an IQ of 200, said to be born with a probability of just 0.00000000016%. From a young age, he became fascinated by the work of his grandfather, who was a professional trader, and before long, he had already surpassed him. I still can't believe this.
Is Kai really the CEO? Is that even possible?
Even a miner can start a business. However, since miners cannot engage in legal acts on their own, I serve as Kai's legal guardian. Usually that means a parent, and support him as the VP.
But Kai, you never told us about it. Well, how should I say it? A wise hawk hides its talons, Dad. You were hiding it so well, though. I didn't really need to be homeschooling, but I wanted to pretend as if I was just a normal kid in front of the two of you guys. But then, if I were to go to school, it was painful for me to bring myself down to the level of the other kids. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing, Kai?
We're the ones to apologize to you for not truly understanding you, Kai.
What? Will you not hate my true self? Are you okay, even if I'm like this? No matter how you are, you're still you. I don't have any exceptional talents, but...
We're talented in loving you more than anyone else in this world.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to interrupt your family time. Trumbull Motors' negative campaign has been affecting more than we imagined. He's getting the public's attention, and some shareholders who are conscious about how they would look have started to hesitate selling them.
Okay. Dad? Yes, what is it, my beloved son? I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I was completely right. Dad, you're an amazing CEO. The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. Whoever is successful is naturally easy to get others jealous. This will destroy...
Sir, I'm coming in.
What is it? This game is over. You're going to Suzak High Tech.
Mr. Tom, who resigned from us not too long ago, is here to see you.
He's here to surrender. Tom must have finally understood my power. Let him in. As the victor who has repelled the hostile takeover, I shall deign to hear what you have to say. Oh, God. Don't tell me. This is the certificate proving that, as you can see, all the engineers of Trumbull Motors, including Chief Technology Officer Thompson, support the acquiring company, Orphan's Gift Holdings. This isn't possible! Why are our engineers willing to be a part of a foreign vulture company? That's only your impression. Employees don't choose their employer based on whether the company is foreign or domestic. It's whether they'll find happiness by working for that company, whether their family will find happiness, whether the consumers will find happiness. Mr. Thompson saw a brighter future with Orphan's Gift rather than Trumbull. Tom, you must have been behind all of this. In the movement toward decarbonization, the automotive industry is also advancing developments to eliminate environmental impact. Trumbull Motors has been working tirelessly and ahead of others to achieve carbon neutrality by fundamentally improving manufacturing. The very person obstructing these engineers is your son, Seth. What? I wasn't really... No, you have no respect for the engineers whatsoever. That's why you would shamelessly and easily accept a request to shorten the due date. And you don't even care to question that matter, which makes you equally guilty. What? Kai, the CEO of Orphan's Gift Holdings, has declared a goal of achieving net zero CO2 emissions from the company's factories worldwide within the next 10 years, and is providing generous support to make this a reality. It's only natural that the CEO who offers more respect and funding gains the greater support, isn't it?
Sir, this is bad.
Jeez, what is it now?
The technicians' efforts over the past half year have shifted public opinion. Companies that were previously holding back on selling are now once again selling their shares to Orphan's Gift.
Oh my goodness! This game is over. Just so you won't cause any further damage, I'd suggest you settle this matter. Settle? Are you telling me to surrender? Yes. You'd better cut out the joke. Why would I have to surrender to a child who has no idea what he's doing? But it would be better than letting Trumbull Motors come to an end. Do you think anyone would choose to follow a CEO who gets defeated by a child? There is no such person. Therefore, I can't possibly retreat from this war. It's a war that I must win no matter what it takes. In that case, I could persuade him to ensure that your position will remain the same. Despite all that has happened, I'm still grateful for the fact that you've provided me a job when I struggled with my job hunt in the past. I'm happy that my son had taken actions for my sake, but this M&A war is completely insane. Ha! So, I could... You're really naive, aren't ya? Already thinking you've won? Well, fine. Enjoy your fleeting peace while it lasts. You're going to regret turning down my suggestion. You're the one to regret messing with me! Your son's company is the one to crush into pieces, Tom!
So, how's the situation on the front?
No issues at all, Grandpa. Everything is going well.
Orphan's Gift Holdings has a total asset of $2.85 billion, while Trumbull Motors has a total asset of $875 million. It seems like they're doing whatever they could about this, but at the end of the day, a takeover battle is won by whoever has the deeper pockets.
Well, as long as nothing happens anymore.
What? Oh my goodness!
What's the matter, Grandpa?
Oh my goodness! Unbelievable! Orphan's Gift shares are being snapped up in huge volumes! Could this be Trumbull Motors' Pac-Man defense?
The Pac-Man defense can't be executed without sufficient financial resources. Judging by their total assets, Trumbull Motors doesn't have the financial strength to pull off a Pac-Man defense.
Then how is this possible?
Doesn't it all make sense if you assume Trumbull has a white knight, an ally with the resources to launch a Pac-Man defense against Orphan's Gift and protect a company under hostile takeover?
That's exactly right. Suzak High-Tech, one of our country's leading corporations, has been aggressively buying up Orphan's Gift shares.
And the total asset for Suzak High-Tech?
$120 billion. They're far above the league that Orphan's Gift is in.
Kai, can I have a moment? Mr. Theodore from Trumbull is requesting to see you in person.
Now this is the true power of adults. It's a shame, really. A company lost simply because they picked a fight with us. Truly, how tragic for them. Any company foolish enough to mess with Trumbull, our loyal underling, shall not be forgiven. Suzak High-Tech does not take such insolence lightly. Now, Mr. Kroger, let's not get carried away. Kids'll be kids, right? Let's keep things peaceful. Real peaceful. A Pac-Man defense using an ally company. I knew you would do that. It wasn't hard to tell after watching what you guys had been up to. Even though you knew we were gonna do that, it's not gonna make the total assets of Orphan's Gift go above ours. Needless to say, we've conducted an investigation about you, too. Orphan's Gift Holdings does not hold any company that has a higher total asset than Suzak High-Tech. Ha! You guys are truly superficial. What? I'm sure you guys were surprised to discover that a small child like me turns out to be the CEO of Orphan's Gift. Am I wrong? So what if that were true? You were surprised because you didn't know about my presence, which means you haven't done a thorough enough job investigating me. enough with the talking. What exactly are you trying to say?
You haven't reached Orphan's Gift's White Knight. You've yet to face mine.
What?
Allow me to introduce my best friend and the one I trust above all, my White Knight. His name is Mr. Steven from FullMax Company.
Oh my goodness!
Hey there! Hate to break it to you, but I've got some very bad news right off the bat.
That's Mr. Steven! I didn't know FullMax Company was Orphan's Gift's White Knight!
Yes, to be precise, more so of Kai personally.
Steven and I met through an online game. Ever since then, we've been very close.
How were we supposed to even discover his friendship over an online game?
Great expression. This is exactly why taking over corrupt companies is so addictive.
You're as twisted as always, but that's good. This is exactly why you're my best friend.
My wife was extremely upset about this.
Ugh, buying a $120 billion company just out of spite is absolute madness. This isn't like picking up a dozen blocks of tofu.
I'm sorry, my best friend needs my help. Well, a lot has happened, but we've initiated a hostile takeover of Suzak High-Tech, the very White Knight company that came to Trundle's aid.
What? Why would you do that to my company?
It's because you're an eyesore, Mr. Kroger.
Oh my goodness! Hold on, does this mean Suzak High-Tech is doing a Pac-Man defense against Orphan's Gift, while FullMax Company is doing a Pac-Man defense against Suzak High-Tech?
Exactly!
No way! Suzak High-Tech has total assets of $120 billion! There's no way you could just take over such a large company!
FullMax Company has the third highest total assets in the world for $2.22 trillion!
$2.22 trillion?
Oh, but I don't mean to go full power on you guys. It's just a matter of slightly opening the door of a small safe inside a big safe, which is inside the vault. So please, rest assured.
Rest is not assured. I never imagined that the leader of FullMax would end up getting involved in this matter. No one told me that such a big person would show up here. I'm sorry, Theodore, but I'd like to pull my hand out of this matter. What? Oh my, you can't do this to me, Mr. Kroger! This is because you decided to pick a fight with Orphan's Gift without even considering where you stand. This isn't just any other White Knight that I could have ever imagined messing with. Oh, sir, please don't do this to me.
All right, this game is over.
Oh, please, I surrender. I'm sorry for everything. Please forgive me.
No, you're guilty of suffering my precious family.
Oh, no!
We've bought Trumbull, but of course we expect the management team to step down, so keep that in mind.
What? Does that mean I'm in trouble too? I'm so sorry. I can't lose my job. I can't lose my company.
Why not? It's not like you're going to be broke. You can just start another company.
I can't. No one's gonna want to join my company when I was completely defeated by a CEO who's a kid.
Well, of course.
Oh no, I don't know what to do. Oh, please, Mr. Tom!
Whoa! What's wrong with you guys?
We need you to talk to your son. You gotta save us! We'll never do any wrongdoings again!
Ah, the sound of those voices.
Thus, Trumbull Motors was acquired and renamed Orphan's Gift Motors. As Kai declared, President Theodore and his son Seth were forced to step down from management, becoming outsiders. After the passing of Mrs. Theodore, and despite little known or cared about what happened with Mrs. Seth, 90% of their assets were drained. Now, they're living off their savings. This was featured on a TV program called Where Are Those Troublemakers Now?
I used to be the CEO. I'm not selling myself for cheap.
Don't you realize that people only sleep talk in their sleep yet?
Shut up. I'm gonna be mad at you.
And when will that be?
Ah!
Meanwhile, I managed to get hired as a full-time employee at Orphans Gift Motors through connections. Having a talented kid really pays off. Hey there, I'm Tom, the boss's son with the golden touch.
You're being way too arrogant. Shame on you.
Kai, on the other hand, decided to commute to school because of a transfer student at one of the towns nearby.
I don't know if you're a genius or what, but a fool who can't understand a woman's heart needs to get out into the world and learn something.
What?
Talking back? How laughable. Lunch can just be ramen, you say? Do you even know the process of making ramen to speak so disrespectfully? Making ramen is surprisingly complicated, you fool.
What's your problem? I resumed commuting to work, and my son resumed commuting to school. All is well. Trouble Busters!